All the football players around the world, they took offense to this. Oh, basketball players are soft. They're not mentally strong and all this. They're not mentally tough or whatever the case may be. Well, that's a damn lie. They have certain ones that are painted like that, but I know a lot of professional basketball players that have the mentality. But the one thing that bothers me is that, like, even my brother Ryan Clark, he never gave us a list of football players that could actually come to the NBA and play. Give me a few of those. It's not one. Ward did. It's not one. Not right now. I'm talking. Charlie Ward won the Heisman Trophy and played in the NBA. It was no. Listen. The topic was current players right now, not past. Because I could go to Allen Iverson and everybody else. Go ahead. So I want to make sure I'm hearing you and Austin Rivers correct. So you could take 30 players currently right now and go play in the NFL. I ain't talking about that played before. I ain't saying we going to give them a year, 2 years to train. You can put their ass out there on the field right now. Shannon, I never said 30, but Molly asked me put some in there. Yes, I just named you 5. Your damn mind. Can you name me 5? Can you name me 5 NFL? I will concede this. Basketball players are more skilled. Shooting a basketball is a skill set, and basketball players are more skilled. I will concede that. But you see, the difference between football and basketball is a mentality. We go out there every Sunday, and we try to move a man against his will. We ain't trying to run around people. We're trying to run through people. Your mindset ain't built like that, Perk. Y'all not built like that. And what Ryan Clark is, hold on, and that's what Ryan is saying. He said, if you bring me somebody that's 6'5" and that don't play football. I know Anthony Edwards played football. When was the last time Anthony Edwards played football? He's probably, what, 9, 10? How old is he now? So you don't think Anthony Edwards had a mentality? No, I'm just asking. I'm asking. Say LeBron James. Say LeBron James. You don't think LeBron James is going to play football right now? He was 15, Perk. It don't matter. Do you think LeBron James could go play football right now? Absolutely not. Do you think Jalen Suggs could go play football right now? Go on the field right now. Jalen Suggs has not played football since what? His junior year, senior year in high school, right? So how he's been in the league? Ryan Clark said it started. The mentality started when he was 6 years old. Yes. I mean, damn. Perk, you're talking about at the highest level. Do you understand what you're saying? This bothers me. And look, Perk, I'm not just mad. I'm not just upset at what Austin Rivers said. I get upset when football players talk about, I can go get 10 points in the NBA, or I can go make an Olympic team, or I can play baseball, because you're being disrespectful to other sports. Give those sports the credit that they deserve. But this notion that you could take 5, 10 current NBA players and put their ass on an NFL field, go try it. I tell you what you do. I put them in training camp. That's fine. Ask any one of them to go to training camp.
Yeah. Big JTV. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, of course, subscribe. I'm going to start this off by pissing y'all off. Because that's what I do best. Allegedly, Drake won the beef. I don't care what y'all say. Drake won the beef. Kendrick Lamar had the summer anthem, which is the most popular song, and the song is obviously #1. But I think Drake had the best this song, which is Family Matters. Music is subjective again, right? So people were trying to flame me in my comments going off. Just know, I don't care. I really don't care, okay? You can have your opinion, say what y'all want. Don't care, all right? My subscribers, people who like my content and support the audience, I really appreciate y'all. And I'm so thankful for y'all to spend the time with me as we talk about Shannon Sharpe, man. Shay versus Perk. And this is coming from the conversation that we've talked about, or at least Austin Rivers has talked about, recently, where he said there's 30 NBA players who can play in the NFL right now. Let me tell Austin Rivers right now, that's pure cap, that's lies, and he sounds ridiculous. By the way, shout out to Shannon Sharpe for putting Perk right in his way, in his place, and letting him know easily there's no 30, NBA hoopers who can come in the NFL and play ball. Now, are there exceptions to the rules? People were very, very talented at football and basketball. Absolutely. But to say that you can go all the way in the NFL is absolutely ridiculous. You know how many people play football, period? You know how many guys are on a football team? Like, an NFL roster has 53 men on it, right? And those 53 men, I guarantee you, were probably the best athletes in their high school, if not the most accomplished person. And they're sometimes riding benches, deep benches. And then there's a top one of that 1% that actually does really, really well, wins MVP, Defensive Players of the Year, and everything like that. And on top of that 1%, there's a one of that 1% that becomes an NFL Hall of Famer like Shannon Sharpe. Kendrick Perkins, as great as he was not saying much, man. He was not saying much in his career, right? And I'm not going to pretend like Perk was nothing, because I bet you anything, if Perk came into anybody's court, he would probably demolish them and kill them based off the pure skill that he has. But the thing is about the NFL and the way the structure of the NFL is set up is that you need a huge level of mental strength and toughness. Mental strength and toughness. Let me repeat that 1/3 time on my Dr. Umar-ish. Mental strength and toughness. Now, a lot of people don't know what that means. And I'm not saying that a lot of NBA players don't know what that means. No. Because I know 100% in the NBA, you need mental strength and toughness. I'm not going to pretend like you don't. 100% you do. But the mental strength and toughness needed in the NFL, in football, is a lot more. Because let me tell you something, man. They don't do load management in the NFL. They don't do, my toe is hurt, I'm going to go on a leave. I'm not playing this game. No. Every game in the NFL matters. There are 17 regular season games. And every single game matters, because if you don't play this game and your team loses, that might cost you a divisional spot. And if you don't win the division, then you don't have a guaranteed spot in the playoffs. And if you don't have a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, then you might lose your job. And there's so much competition in the NFL because there's so many players. It is called and nicknamed the Not For Long League. Not for long. NFL stands for not for long. Because one day you could be Carson Wentz, borderline about to win an MVP, and the next day you hurt your knee and Nick Foles is raising the Lombardi. And then the day after that, Jalen Hurts is drafted in the second round. And then the third day after that, he is now the starting quarterback. And now you're playing for the Indianapolis Colts. NFL not for long. One day, you are the starter for the New York Jets. Next day, Aaron Rodgers comes and takes your spot. The day after that, Aaron Rodgers is hurt in the first or second play of his time with the New York Jets. And after that, now you're the starter for the Jets again, Zach Wilson. And then they ship you the hell out of New York, dog. You're going on season 3 of your professional career. See, these are just small examples of what I'm talking about. Don't make me start talking about Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean? Don't make me start about talking about, all types of players who, started at the top, got to the bottom, or are riding benches, or at the bottom, went all the way to the top. See, in the NBA, it is such a player-run league that you have guys like Ben Simmons, who hasn't really played basketball for 2-3 years, basically, and is riding the bench for the Brooklyn Nets, getting paid all types of money. You have guys like Kawhi Leonard, who's been sucking off and stealing money from the Clippers for years. with the load management BS, and then when it comes to playoff time, he disappears. And the Mavs absolutely whoop the Clippers. You have guys like James Harden, who doesn't really commit to playing basketball in the playoffs, just plays great in the regular season, and then all of a sudden he's ghost in the postseason. See, a dude like that in the NFL would be cut immediately. Or he might be Dak Prescott. Who knows? Same type of guys. Ball on the regular season, postseason, we can't even find these dudes. You feel me? But what I'm trying to say here, my conclusion, is that the NFL and the NBA are two totally different leagues. But I personally feel I cannot see, 30 or even one. Maybe Zion Williamson. You know what I mean? Maybe Zion. That could transition from NBA to NFL. I can't see a lot of NFL guys, who are so used to getting punishment, who are so used to getting hit, who are so used to playing such a physical game, transition to the NBA. Absolutely, I can see it. You know what I mean? As a lanky guy like CD Lamb. You know what I mean? A tall guy like, let's say, I could even see Lamar, get some point guard type things. I could see Jason Garrett. You know what I mean? Sorry, Myles Garrett. Not Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, old as hell. Myles Garrett playing a center or some kind of role like that. You know what I mean? Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? Be with like a forward, like a power forward. You know what I mean? We even saw Puka Nacua. And I'm blanking out. I'm blanking out right now. I'm keeping it real. We saw Puka Nacua in the All-Star games with Michael Parsons. There we go. I finally caught up. My brain's a little bit slow right now, but follow your boy. You know what I mean? So we saw them in the celebrity game, and they were hooping. They were hooping, fam. So I say all that to say this. Unc completely was right. He demolished Perk. Shout out to Perk. But you got to go sit down somewhere. Perk and Austin Reeves are crazy. Big JTV, like, comment, sub. Check out these videos on the end screen. I'm out.